Hello all and welcome to my channel Amantika Astro Hill. Let's discuss the transit of Venus in Aries. Venus will transit in the sign of Aries very soon. Let's know the results and effects for all the ascendants. For Aries ascendant, where your Venus will move in the first house. Now there can be some sort of evaluation and introspection in personal life matters, in your partnership relationship, where you can end up taking some strong decisions about your personal life matters. It can also involve your family and wealth matters. So something which has not gone right in your personal life, and it demands some sort of introspection so that you can end up making some proper choices. So this is that time for you. Hence, it can represent some sort of new beginning for you. Now, if I talk about Taurus ascendant, for Taurus ascendant where Venus will move to your 12th house. Now there, if you look at, there seems to be some sort of end of some phase. Something which has been keeping you very troubled, bothered, disturbed. That phase, that subject, that matter can come to an end. So for Taurus ascendant, I would say that if you have been experiencing some sort of clashes, conflict, problems, stress in any area of your life, you can expect some powerful change there, where there can be a loss of conflict, a loss of stress, a lot of gray phase in your life. Whatever darkness you have been experiencing in any area of your life, it might come to an end. For Gemini ascendant, where your Venus will move in your 11th house. So this is the time for Gemini ascendant, where you should use all your creativity to raise the standard of your income. Plus, this is the time when you have to raise the level of mental labor that you are putting in to increase your income or to create new sources of income. So this is a very powerful time in terms of creativity and making money through your creativity. So even if you have a mundane job and you have a desk job or whatever, you still need to put some creative action into play. Now, if I talk about relationship, of course, for Gemini ascendant, it can be the beginning of a new relationship. You can very quickly come into a new contact, and very quickly things can start. But since Saturn is aspecting Venus in the sign of Aries, so you need to be little thoughtful about your decisions that you are taking in your romantic life. Now let's talk about Cancer ascendant. Cancer ascendant, you need to leave your comfort zone now. You need to come out of your comfort zone if you want to experience some sort of growth and progress in your career, because Venus is moving into your 10th house. And it also shows some sort of losses. Losses as in when you take some shift, change, you're going through a period of transformation, you're ending one thing and you are beginning another. So of course, this period can involve some sort of struggle for you. But if you are ready to leave your comfort zone, you will definitely get to see rewards and progress which you have been waiting for. So this is not the time to keep on thinking and over analyzing when it comes to your progress. This is the time to take action and to take new initiatives. So work on that aspect. Now let's talk about Leo ascendant. Well, for Leo ascendant, I clearly see one thing is that even if at this point of time, these people are willing to fulfill their wishes, they will try to fulfill their wishes in a way which does not harm anybody else. So this is the time where they are going to act ethical. Of course, they will be keen to fulfill their wishes, but by not breaking the order, because 3rd house lord is coming in the 9th house. So by maintaining the order of something, they will try to fulfill their desires. So this is something that I see. Also, it shows some travel. It can be a travel for leisure, it can be a spiritual travel, but some travel is definitely on the cards for you. Now let's talk about Virgo ascendant. Virgo ascendants need to be careful in the matters of money and in the matters of spirituality as well. Sometimes things can happen which turn us a little less spiritual, or it moves our faith from God. So it can be that time for you. And also you need to be very careful with the choice of investment, anywhere that you are putting your hard-earned money. So be thoughtful, and I would say it's better to take a pause with those decisions. Also, there can be some problems in married life at this point of time, because of course Rahu is transiting your 7th house, and Venus, which is ruling your 2nd and 9th, will move into your 8th house. So there can be some sort of trouble system that you are going to experience in your married life. But if you do not lose your patience, then only you will be able to overcome these problems, because of course Saturn is aspecting Venus in Aries. So Saturn will definitely ask for some patience, and at this point of time, if you will be holding on to your ego, it can act otherwise for you. So keep that thing in mind. Now let's talk about Libra Ascendant. For Libra Ascendant, where your Lagna Lord will move into your 7th house. Now this is the time when people who are willing to enter partnerships, of course it's a good time, and if you have been working on that aspect, and if you have been wanting to go ahead with partnership, it is a good time. If I talk about personal life, it can improve things for you, but in a way where you will again need to manage your emotions, and it will demand some patience, because Saturn, being the 5th house lord, the lord of relationships for you, is aspecting 7th house and plus Venus now in Aries. So because Venus is your Lagna lord, it means that it moving in the 7th house means a lot of energy is going in adjusting with the partner. And since Saturn is aspecting 7th and Venus, so it will make things little better for you to survive in your partnership. Of course, there can be some positivity if things have gone little grey and for a toss, but it will again demand some sort of new adjustment in the phase of and in the space of your relationship. If I talk about married life, it can experience ups and downs, but not in a way where you will not be able to manage it. And yes, it is time for you to shine as far as people working in those domains are concerned, who are a little bit in limelight or who have got some fame factor, and they are good with public reception, like public receives them well. So this is the time for you to shine, and plus you can enter some creative endeavors as well this time, because of course Venus is moving in its own house, because it is the Karaka of 7th house. So for creative endeavors, for businesses related to the domain of Venus, this is the time when you can enter such businesses as well. Now let's talk about Scorpio Ascendant. For Scorpio Ascendant, where your Venus will move in your 6th house. Now, since your Ascendant is ruled by Mars, and Venus is moving in the sign of Mars in your 6th house, Mars is also the Karaka of 6th house, so you have to be little calm, and if there is any difficulty, problems, confusion that you experience with your business partners or your partner in personal life, you need to maintain your calm. You need to maintain your composure. Otherwise, it can also result in the breakup situation. So be little mindful of that. Also, if you have been experiencing losses pertaining to any matter, then this is the time when you will fight for your rights. You will want that I'll not accept this loss. I will fight for it. I will try to come up. So this is that period for you where you will not accept losses, where you will not surrender, sort of. Rather, you will choose to fight for your right, for your thing. Hence, it can also activate some sort of legal aspect for you at all if it is applicable to your situation. Now let's talk about Sagittarius Ascendant. For Sagittarius Ascendant, where your Venus will move in your 5th house. Now 5th house, that way when Venus is placed here or it transits here, it keeps you a little engaged in the romantic factor. You romanticize things if somebody has entered your life, so you will just romanticize about that person or the connect. So this is that time for you where you can also experience the leisure factor going up. So it is also showing some sort of leisure time that you are going to have alone or maybe with somebody else. But remember not to become very stubborn about something in your personal life, because this can be the factor which can damage your relationship. If I talk about the other aspects like income, benefits, of course 11th house Lord is moving into your 5th house. So this is the time when if you really want something, you have to work towards it. If you want a better income, you really need to study well, you need to upgrade your career with certifications, further studies, all of that. So this is that time. You have to be very practical about the flow of your life, about your career path, about the benefits that you are willing to see. You will have to work towards it and you need to upgrade yourself. You should be willing to upgrade yourself, and only then you will get to see some luck in your benefits and income portion. Now let's talk about Capricorn Ascendant. For Capricorn Ascendant, level of comfort, facilitation of resources, buying a new vehicle, property, all these things are seen, because 10th house Lord will transit your 4th house. So the connection of karma is happening with the house of happiness. So your karma will go in that space where you will be busy in raising the level of comfort, standard of living and resources. Also your mother or any motherly figure can demand some sort of attention, like she needs your help with something. So you might take some initiative for her, you might help her with something. And also if it comes to children happiness, this is the time where going ahead with the family planning or experiencing some sort of children happiness is also seen. Now let's talk about Aquarius Ascendant. For Aquarius Ascendant, this is the time for some travel, some leisure travel, meeting a friend or finding a time for yourself. Basically, you're not going to stay in one place. For sure, there is a movement, and this is going to be a short trip. So of course, that is on the cards. And if I look at the other side, so the level of effort to achieve something is seen as going up in your case. Basically, this is the time when you raise your luck through your efforts, through your courage, and where you're ready to compromise your peace of mind. So this is the time when your level of efforts and courage involved in some situation will go up. Now let's talk about Pisces Ascendant. For Pisces Ascendant, Venus will transit your 2nd house. Now there can be some issues in the stability of your married life and your wealth matters. So this time is showing some sort of struggle, some sort of instability in these matters. However, if I look at your desires, so you might become very keen to fulfill your desires, and you might just become desperate, because of course Venus is going to be in Ashwini Nakshatra and it is ruling your 3rd house, which is going into your 2nd house. So 2nd house is the house of wealth, again the house of Venus. So it will want you to behave in a very desperate way to fulfill your wishes, and sometimes in such periods you can act very thoughtlessly. So if you happen to act very thoughtlessly or greedy, this time may not prove to be that good for you. So be careful with those kind of decisions and choices that you make. So this was all about the transit of Venus in Aries. If you like this video, please hit a like. You can share it with your family and friends. And if you want to take a consultation from me offline or be it online, in the description box you'll find my details and you can contact me there. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Please take good care of yourself.